The winner of this challenge is Greta Gore. Delilah Wilde and Paris LaRue, since no one will be going home, you two will be marked safe.
Hi, welcome to episode 2, or technically episode 3 of Drag Kingdom. Whoa! So I won episode 2, or 1B, or 1A, or 1B, because like 1A was the first episode. I don't even know how to explain it, but I won last week, which I'm so happy about.
Congrats to Greta for winning. Definitely deserved compared to the other two looks. But can we talk about those confessionals that she gave last week? I don't know. She had a lot to say. Like, when I told her I read her, like, it wasn't even, like, that bad. It was like, oh, like, you look like a furry. And she was, like, I don't know, spitting all this just, like, mean stuff. I don't know, it just kind of hurt my feelings, because in the group chat she was always, like, really sweet. And I tried to be nice, and it was just, like, the only thing that I said was, like, a joke, and she was, like, I don't know, just rude.
Clearly I dropped the ball in this competition, this challenge. I'm very sad in that I am zone 2, but clearly I didn't do my best and I didn't do to the elevation that the judges were looking for this week. So I'm accepting my placement and I'm hoping for the best.
Okay, so I've stuck up the new queens. I've literally taken the notes. I literally wrote Goretta, no. Paris, yes. Delilah, yes. Alright, Goretta, I think I didn't really get much from her for the episode, but I still know I've never spoken to her in my life. She doesn't seem like a standout to me next to the other two. I think that Paris can I think she can bring it. I think she has a mentality too. I liked her video. I liked her look, could have been improved a bit, but what am I to do? Sorry. And Delilah, I really liked her. I think she's took my top spot of who I think can win this, to be honest. Like, by Adela, by... what was the other ones? Madam Hex, by Delilah is here, and she's ready to kick you off. Okay. I'm really excited to see what she thinks, to be honest, but follow me back on Instagram, please. Why would you not do that?
I saw the other queens on episode 1. Don't know anything about them. Except their runways were but I don't know them. I'm sorry. Sue me. I don't know them at all. I saw them on the first episode. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't impressed. I don't know what goes through, except Sissy's runway. She was cool. I loved that. I liked the straps. That was really cool. And I love how she had like the blue, like dripping. Like, I'm not sure if it was tears or like throat. I don't care. It was cool. I love that. It's kind of like pop art meets, I don't know. It was just so cool. But I don't know the other queens because they haven't made an attempt to get to know me yet. But that's fine. I'm kind of used to it. People are going to underestimate me until they see what I can do. Which... y'all seen what I can do from the episode that I did, the Grimm's, like, Brothers Fairy Tales episode. I, like, slayed completely. Like, sickening. Like, hell yeah! I beat that shit. I got that down. I mean, not to sound narcissistic, but I was very proud of myself.
So, now all the girls from both of the premieres have merged, so let's talk about the girls that weren't in my group. Lusitania is pretty good. She looks like big competition. She definitely has a really nice wardrobe. And her makeup is very polished. I love Sissy. She's really, really sweet, and I think it'd be awesome to do some group challenges with her. She'd definitely rock at those.
As for my biggest competition, I still see all the girls as my competition. They all are so talented, and some of them you don't even realize, like, can come up and surprise the hell out of you. So I really think they are my biggest competition. Besides myself, I feel like I'm one of my biggest competitors too. Like, I always pick on my own self, so. But other than me, I would say everyone. They are all, wow.
Hey, it's Sissy. I'm really salty because I set up a really cool background and then I didn't have anything to stand my phone on, and then now I can't look sassy in my front of my cool background. But anyway, there was a plot twist, there's new queens, and I'm so happy. Not because there's new queens, but because Delilah and Goretta. Delilah does know a stalker, and Goretta we've talked a little bit, but I love Goretta more than I love my life. Honestly, she doesn't even know. That's for Goretta. And I'm glad I got a good placement. Safe is good for me, it's better than being low.
Something I need to work on is cut creases. Now I can do like a Kimberly Clark type makeup. If you don't know who she is, she's an amazing YouTuber. She does anti-hauls. She is she's a feminist, which in a good way, not a feminazi, a feminist. She is an anti-consumer, meaning she like is against like the whole just buying things just because they look pretty. She is an extremely smart person to watch. She's just beautiful makeup. I love it. And I could do cut creases like that, but to be completely honest, I have a big head, I guess, or a small head, I don't know, but it just, I feel like it looks good to a point, but like, it's just that makeup is it kind of puts you into a box, because yeah, I could do a different color gradient from the cut crease, but it's kind of always going to be the same, a light color in the cut crease, and then to blend it out would be just a bunch of color. And it's the same thing. No offense to Kimberly, she looks beautiful. She can do it any way she wants. But me, I kind of learned that I can only do it a certain way from certain things I have. So I love the makeup style I'm developing now. I'm scared for my runway because I don't know if it's going to be loved. I'm taking a very different way of Beetlejuice for my runway. This week's runway is like cartoon character realness, but I'm terrified because Beetlejuice wears a suit, and I will not be wearing a suit for this at all. I didn't think that even as a woman Beetlejuice that there would be a suit being worn, even if there was like big boobs. Like, I don't like the thought of a female Beetlejuice wearing a suit, and the reason why is because I thought that if I did a suit, then it would simply not be liked. Because, like, it's like, well, you're Beetlejuice with longer hair. That's all you are. And you look a little more feminine with different eyeliner. That's all it is. And that's not what I wanted. So, my look is very iffy. I'm not sure if it's going to be loved or hated, but I'm hoping it turns out amazing. But no matter what, I know I'm going to be safe or win because of my challenge. My challenge is amazing. It's kind of taken the route of like Brandon Rogers' Magic Funhouse, just kind of being dark humored and kind of creepy and a little offsetting. It's like a 1980s cartoon, but like just a bunch of TV shows or kids TV shows in the 1980s and just like the early 2000s were very creepy, very offsetting, cheaply made. The puppets, after they would like, if there was only one person moving the puppets, they would like literally just let the puppet fall and be lifeless while they run to the other one to move it. And it's not exactly like that, but I want my puppets and everything to be creepy, to be offsetting. I want my children's TV trailer to kind of be a little creepy, a little offsetting, to scare people, hopefully. But I want it to still seem like it has the template of a kid's TV show, but it's still scary. And I'm hoping I achieved that.
My plans for this challenge are to go in balls out. Not really. I'm going to do planning. I have it all planned out, so I'm super excited. I will be executing in a timely manner and getting it turned in a timely manner. As for my kids TV show pilot, little snippet, I'm deciding to do like a kind of the RuPaul children's show kind of thing, where they teach you, so it's kind of like RuPaul meets Sesame Street meets stuff.
just when you thought there couldn't be another queen. Please welcome to the competition, Amara Morningstar.
Hi, I'm Amara Morningstar, a 21-year-old trainee drag queen from Dunedin, New Zealand, and I'm joining into Drag Kingdom on episode 2, I think. Don't ask me. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to it. It should be good. This is my second drag race I'm taking part in. First on YouTube. The last one was Drag House Race on Instagram, season 4, and I placed 4th. Yeah, so I'm hoping to make it at least that far into this one.
Fucking love Amara Morningstar. She competed in a competition that I won the season prior to hers, and she came in 4th place. She's such a badass. I love her makeup, and I love her concepts. Ugh, I can't wait to see what she brings.
Hello, boys.
Welcome to episode 3 of Drag Kingdom. This week, we challenged our girls after they merged to make a children's TV show pilot and do a cartoon character runway. So let's get into it. Before I forget, let's talk about our guest judges this week. This week, I will be joined with Fancy Box, as usual, and Pacifica Rim.
Hi everyone, Pacifica Rim here, and I'm so excited to be guest judging on this week of this competition. So thank you so much for having me. A little about me, I'm from upstate New York, around the Albany area. I live on the Great Sacandaga Lake in the Adirondack Mountains. So I'm literally like a Disney princess. It's me and furry woodland creatures and animals and deer in my front yard and the whole thing. So I've been doing drag for about 7 years now, and I perform weekly all over the Eastern Seaboard, and I'm excited to be doing this. So without further ado, let's get into it.
And RuPaul's Drag Race Season 8 and 9 contestant, Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
How you doing, Miss Amore? This is Cynthia Lee Fontaine, and I'm here because I'm going to be judging one of the week's challenge and runway looks for Drag Kingdom, the competition. Look for them and follow them on Facebook and all social media, okay? It's going to be sickening, and it's going to be amazing. Love you, Miss Amores Cuckoo. Ciao.
Thank you so much for watching. Let's get started with the critiques. First, we will begin with the challenges. First up, we have Delilah Watt.
Hey kiddies, it's me, Veronica Vegetables. I'm here to teach you kids how to beat your meat and then fry it up into a nice healthy hamburger. Today we're going to be making an anything and everything casserole because equality for all. Before we start, let's open up a fan mail letter.
Just because your, makeup is supposed to be shocking and artistic doesn't mean that, it has to be messy. And bitch, it says on your Instagram, your versatility on a stick. But guess what? I'm versatility as a tree. And I fucking bloom, I grow, and I change in every direction, every way, and everything I do. So try me, bitch. Try me. Now I'm gonna go home and call me when you get some real talent.
Good thing we opened up that fan mail letter because the first thing you're going to want to throw in your pot is some salt. Let's pop something healthy into that pot. I got some broccoli. Beautiful. Now that we got a healthy broccoli in there, let's add something fun and colorful. I'm going to throw in some homosexual extract. Beautiful. Now I'm going to add something sweet. Sweet as a mother's kiss. My mother's ashes. Beautiful! Now we're going to add a little something reflective of our genetics. So let's go with my eyebrows, which happen to be carrots. Huh. Healthy too. And as the youngsters say, yeet! The final thing you want to put in there is your best friend. Now, I have no friends, so that would be my cat. yay, so much fun! What's that behind your ear? Oh, chocolate milk to mix up the casserole. Just pop it on in there. Oh, looking yummy-licious already, but don't forget to mix it. Now you're gonna want to throw it into your cooking device for about, let's see, 48 hours to do it. Now, while you're doing that, let's have a little dance break. Wow, we're having so much fun on this cooking adventure. Oh, the casserole's ready. Dinner time. Here it is, kiddos. A genuine anything and everything casserole. Beautiful!
So Delilah, I really liked your concept. I think you did an amazing job. Your look wasn't the most unique for the show this week, although it worked. I just wish the look was a little better, but I do think that you had the most amazing humor. You knew how to play jokes, you're very witty, and you're just overall funny. So I think that played in your favor in your show because you used that to your strength.
Alrighty, now to get into the critiques. I just want to preface this by saying the fact that this is just my opinion. I'm not trying to be mean. This is just my feelings. So, here we go. Next up I have Delia Wild, I believe is how you say it. I'm sorry if I butchered that too. The challenge, the Veronica Vegetables character. Oh my god, you had me in stitches the entire time, the whole time. Characters like this one are the ones that children's shows thrive on. Like, that's what they base their characters off. They're kooky and they're engaging, and you definitely hit that on the mark. The salt comment when you threw the phone, I had to stop the video because I was laughing so hard that I wanted to make sure that I got the rest of it while I was watching it, so I had to pause it and like collect myself. I almost peed. Like, I literally almost peed my pants laughing. So, I had to stop it and like pause it and like take a second and come back. And also the ingredients, like the ashes and the Skittles literally dropping out of your mouth. They kept me engaged and on my feet, and I was excited to see how you were going to explain what each ingredient was. And I think they were all carefully thought out, and you definitely tied them in correctly. So that was knocking it out of the ballpark for me. I kept waiting to see where you were going with it next, so this was one of my favorite videos of the week that I saw. So even at 20-something years old, I'd watch it because you were hysterical.
Hi, Delilah Wild. This is Cynthia Lee Fontaine. I would just want to say that your children's pilot TV show is nice. I like the Veronica Vegetable concept. I think it's creepy, especially when you go to the part of the section of a reading process when you drop your phone on the pod, and that's like kind of funny. Just remember to have more elements next time. But I love it. It's creepy. Veronica Vegetables. I promise I'm gonna eat all my vegetables, honey, okay? So I think you did good. That's the only part that I need to say, that you need to be more consistent when you involve more elements, and involve, when you do a TV show, involve more, a little bit, an extra section, okay? But I think everything else was great. Congratulations.
The cooking show was also a really, really good idea. I loved that you had like a specific, memorable character. She had that tagline, "Beautiful," which was cute. And I thought you had a really creative concept, and you did a really good job making a television show that was entertaining, informative, and also you had that bit of drag camp that we're looking for. So really well done this week.
Next up, we have Paris LaRue.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Busted Beat with your fabulous, stunning host, me, Busted Bracky. But no. Anyways, today we're gonna learn mathematical. We're going to be using stunning Jeffree Star lipsticks to do these equationals. Are you ready? First things first. We're gonna take 2 Jeffree Star lipsticksels. And you're gonna hold them. So you have 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to take 2 more. And take 1, 2, and you're gonna hold them in this hand. So now you have 2 in this hand, 1, 2, and 2 in this hand, 1, 2. Together, that makes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job, you did math. Yes! On to our next segment.
So, Paris, this wasn't the best this week, but it was a definite step up for you from last week, and it was funny. I wish it was a tad bit longer, and you had edited it a little more, made it look a little more like a TV show instead of it being one straight cut. But other than that, great job.
And next is Paris LaRue. The challenge, the busted bitch thing, I was a fan of that. The makeup made me laugh immediately the second you came into the frame, and the wig, and the whole thing. I love a unibrow. Between both of my little nubby eyebrows, I can't make one eyebrow completely. And I cannot stand math. Math was my least favorite subject, and I was so bad at it. But I love makeup, so you found a way to engage your audience. In a subject that not many people necessarily like or is their strength. So you found an incentive to pique the interest, so that was very smart thinking on your behalf.
Hi, Paris LaRue. Wow, beautiful name. I love your pilot because it looks like Oprah Winfrey from Otherworld, like maybe The Walking Dead of Oprah Winfrey. So it's nice. I love that you take us to mathematics and we count all the Jeffree Star lip gloss that you dropped to the floor, which for me that was very rough and rude. You don't drop lipstick. No, I'm just kidding. I think it was very creative. I wish I can see on the character that you bring on the character that you bring on the TV show more you know, children's look, you know, a little bit more color, all the stuff. But I think it was precise. I like the pilot that focused on the TV show, what we're gonna see next, because remember it's a TV pilot show. You're not supposed to bring all the entire chapter or episode. So that was good. So you leave us with taste to see a little bit more. So Paris, I think that you did a good job. I think that you did a good job. Just remember on your look, if you're gonna do a children's something, even if it's gonna be drag and even if it's gonna be like, you know, sarcastic, a little bit more color, a little bit more fun, okay, like clownage. But I like the concept. Congratulations, Cynthia LeFontaine.
I liked Busted Becky, and I liked that you called it Busted Beat, but because you called it Busted Beat, I was expecting like a makeup tutorial show. And you were giving us more like a math lesson, so that was a little bit unexpected, and it didn't really like flow so well for me. But you definitely had like a memorable character, and that was good. And you as always, you have really great confidence. It's one of my favorite things about you, and you definitely showed that. So well done there. I just thought there was a little bit of a disconnect between the title of your show and the subject matter.
Next we have Lusitania Wept. Lusitania wet? Overall, you could have put a little more into this. There wasn't any dialogue, which is very important. Now the editing, I will say, was spectacular. It worked, made it work more than it would have if you didn't edit anything. I think the digital parts were really cool, and I loved your look for this episode. I just wish there was more concept to it and there was more of a plot. Other than that, I think it was decent.
Lusitania wet. The challenge, the princess tales. I am a self-proclaimed Disney princess. I do all of them all the time. So I saw Princess and I liked the editing of it. It was really interesting and I liked the concept behind it. But I almost wish you had a sound bite of you talking, or if I could see more as I'm critiquing you from here. I could see more from just here up, or like a crown or something. But I mean, overall, I'd watch it, so.
Hi, Luciana Wed. This is Cynthia Lee Fontaine, and I just saw your children's TV show pilot, and I have to say that you're very creative on computer. I love your editing. It was beautiful. It was nice. However, oh, and by the way, I need to tell you that you're one of the most beautiful on this competition so far. Gorgeous. I love your makeup, actually. I'm very impressed. Now, I need to tell you this. Remember, when you're gonna do a TV pilot show, even if you use a lot of technology and all this stuff, be creative. Because this competition is about drag, this competition is about creativity, and I would like to see your personality more. Remember, it's about TV. So you need to engage your viewers and your crowd and your audience on what you're presenting. It's beautiful. All the entire, editing and the slideshows are beautiful. But I wish I can see a little bit more about your personality on that TV show and on that pilot TV show, okay? But keep beautiful. I love your makeup. And I think you're very creative. Just get the personality a little bit more aggressive and actively when you do something in front of the camera. Okay? Love you, Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Wish you the best.
Lusitania. The challenge was just not very entertaining. It didn't have a lot of substance to it. It was just sort of like, it was just kind of basic, and I think that you have a lot more personality than what you're showing us. These acting challenges and these different little things that are not the runway are designed to sort of get you to show us who you are as a drag performer, not just as, a model. Now, if that's your gig, that's your gig, but I think that you need to try to step out of that a little bit and just try to push yourself a little bit more, because some of these girls are really showing us a lot of themselves, and it makes them more memorable. It makes them stick out, and I want to see you stick out, because you're absolutely gorgeous, and I think that you have a very clear idea of who you are, but I don't think you're showing that to us. So I would encourage you to try to push yourself outside your comfort zone just a little bit, and I think you could do really great things.
Next up, we have Amara Morningstar.
Welcome back to Amara's Morning Mysteries, and today we're out in the New Zealand countryside on the hunt for what have we got here? Found here in its natural environment, a faggot. Now remember, kids, don't be fooled by their appearance. They may be small and pretty, but all faggots are predators. Assuming, based on the glitter from this one, we have found the queen, which is a rare species of faggot indeed. I'm going to do something incredibly dangerous and try one of its coals and see what happens. Yas, Gaga! Yas! Oh no, fuck, it's looking this way. For the full story and much, much more, join me, Amara Morningstar, here on the No Homo channel, 9 AM Sunday mornings for Amara's Morning Mysteries. Be here or be queer.
So, Amara, where do I begin? I love the concept of this, but I think the execution was very poorly done. Not having you in the video made it very confusing, and it wasn't as entertaining. I think if you had been in more of the video, and as I told Paris, if you had edited it a little more to make it like split up and like jump cuts and stuff like that, even the simplest of editing would have helped. just wasn't the best this week.
Here we go. I'm going to start with a challenge of Amara Morningstar, and if I butcher these names, I am so sorry. We'll start with the challenge, Amara's Morning Mysteries. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I do all of my custom rhinestoning to watching documentaries on either National Geographic or Discovery Channel. So the second I saw that this was like a nature thing, I was immediately into it. I was like, oh my god, I love this. And I had to stop it and replay it because it caught me off guard with the faggot comment. I almost thought I didn't hear you right. And that perked my ears up, which I think was probably what you were intending on doing. And I'm not a fan of the word per se, but by the end of it you had me laughing hysterically. Especially when you put the eyes on it and you said it was looking at you and you were going to try to color it with a wild yes, gaga. You definitely brought me back into it, so I was really a fan of that.
Hey Amara, this is Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Let's talk about your children's TV pilot. I like it, but I think it doesn't have any elements for children, you know what I mean? It looks like more than an MTV or VH1 show for teenagers, you know what I mean? So, I wish I can see more children's character like doll or clownage, you know what I mean? However, I appreciate that you show just only a small portion of what your show is, and then at the end, you promote your show. That's exactly the right way and the structure that you should do a TV pilot. However, it's a children's TV pilot, and I was missing, children's element. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then you look fierce or gorgeous. You give me Naomi Smalls, the realness, but I was expecting a little bit more about, children, items and details. But I think I like it. You're very creative, you know what I mean? So go and continue and get focused when you get a challenge a little bit more. And just try to address those details that maybe probably the judges are looking for. Okay? Keep gorgeous and fierce. Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Love you. Wish you the best.
As far as your challenge, what did you do? Oh, you had the nature show, and I thought that was really, really cool. I liked your mystery mornings, or I can't remember what you called it, but it was like a play on your Morningstar name, which I thought that was really cool. I peed myself when you did the mating call. I thought that was really cute. Yes, gaga. That was it was really cute and funny, and I enjoyed that a lot. I kind of did for the show, I would have liked to have seen you at the beginning, sort of giving us the intro before you kind of went out and did your field work. But I thought that you had one of the more creative concepts, so that was really cute, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Next up, we have Greta Gore.
Epilogue.
After making your DIY toast in your toaster, what's better than having a nice, cool, and relaxing bath? With a DIY bath bomb! Yeah! In order to make sure this DIY works, you have to make sure your toaster is plugged in, and then you just throw into the bathtub with you. But make sure that if you're going to do this with mommy and daddy, use mommy's hair dryer and daddy's electric razor. But make sure that they're in, and then you put in your things in with them. But also make sure that those are plugged in too.
Hi son, what are you drawing? Is that what I think it is? You know, Abraham Lincoln did not take a shot to the head just for you to be drawing that. Oh, okay, so it's a duck. Okay, bye son. See you later.
Greta Gore. This is what I was talking about. You had amazing, just everything was perfect. The only thing I didn't like was that there were a little bit of some inappropriate jokes that I didn't think played well. Other than that, this was pretty damn good.
So next we're going on to Greta Gore. I probably murdered that name too, but welcome to Halloween time. The challenge was the Dick Dick Doodle time. The editing and the background music was good, but clowns scare the living life out of me, so I put that aside. I liked bananas, and I liked the creepy uncle character as well, but kids shows always have characters like that and their friends, so it made sense. I wasn't really into the blood when that whole thing happened, but you made me laugh with the commercial cut. And then the bath bomb was an interesting take on explaining electrocution in a bathtub. And I liked the dick drawing that turned into a duck, so good job there.
Alright, Greta Gore. Oh my god. I think it's my favorite children TV pilot ever. It was so good. Even if you don't say a word, you don't have to say a word. I love your makeup. I love that it involved elements, like children's elements. I love that you have some sidekicks character too as well. Uncle Harold, for example. I love it. It reminds me my favorite uncle in all the entire world, Bianca del Rio. I mean, things like that make me think that I'm watching a TV show, a TV pilot. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you bring some spicy and funny and comedy elements to your TV show, and at the same time, you bring children's elements, like you being as a clown. It was very sarcastic. It was very funny. I love it. I think for me, you are my favorite TV show pilot. I think for me, you are the winner of this challenge. So congratulations. Keep the hard work. You're very creative. I'm looking in the future to see more of you. I'm starving to see what Greta Gore has to bring to the buffet of drag. So congratulations. For me, you are the favorite. So continue that way, okay?
Okay, for your television show, I have mixed feelings about it. It was really well edited. I think that you put the most into making a show, which I appreciated, but it was a little bit it dragged just a little bit at the beginning. You could have definitely condensed your intro with all your different characters. And also, calling it the Dick Dick Doodles, I was expecting a little bit more doodling. Made me make it an art show. It was just a little bit kind of all over the place and kind of long and a little bit dragged out. Just not, I see where you were going with the humor. I just don't think you quite met what you were trying to do. I think it could have been just a little bit more. Comedy is really snappy and fast. You have to have that timing, and I'm certainly no one to tell anyone how to be a comedian because it's just not my bag. But if you're gonna try to be comedic, you have to know your timing. So just, that's something to work on. But I thought you did a good job overall.
Next up, we have Sissy Camille.
Hello, boys and girls. My name is Silly Sissy Crazy Camille. Today I'm here to talk to you about gender. Are you a boy, but you don't feel like a boy, but you want to be a girl, but you don't want to be a girl all the time? Are you sick of products being labelled for boys, and you just wish you could wear something to be a pretty princess or a girl, but you don't have to have the responsibility of actually being a girl? Take this sparkly pink dress, for example, like mine, pink and flowy. See? You can wear this and take it straight off and not have the responsibility of being an actual girl when you grow up. Imagine that. Or if you still want to be the superhero of your dreams, but you don't want to be a male or boy, since this show is aimed to smaller children, you can wear this superhero dress. It's sparkly and definitely aimed at feminism. Okay, that's all for me now. Ta-ta, my loves. Mwah.
Sissy, although you tried, I don't think this was your best. I think you could have done way more, and I know you're so much more creative. The editing, there was no editing, so that was an issue. Like I told the other contestants that needed to edit. And it just wasn't clear. You never said the name of your show as Cynthia. You never said the name of your show, which is a problem. And it just didn't have a clear, like it had a message and it had a concept. It wasn't executed to the best of its ability.
I'm gonna say this wrong. Cece Camille? The Children's Talk Show Challenge, the gender talk, I have to commend you for taking a risk and talking about something that people, a topic that people typically think has sensitive subject matter. I can't talk today. I was confused by the message that you were trying to convey and you were sending exactly, because the feminism comment to me with the outfit, and you were talking about being male and being a boy, I wasn't quite sure where you were going with that. But you were animated and you were bubbly and you were engaging, so I have to commend you on that.
Hi, Sissy Camille. This is Cynthia Ellie Fontaine, and let's talk a little bit about your children's TV pilot show. I like it, but we have a problem. You never mention the name of the show. It's very important, even if like you have a different type of structure, you always mention the name of the TV show. So for that reason, maybe probably you're gonna have a little bit of, issues or trouble with the final choice, with the panel judges and all the stuff. But I love the concept. I love that you are talking a little bit about genderism. I love that you have a princess dress. You wear the, very cute, very nice, very sweet, and very empowering too at the same time, talking about genderism and feminism. So I like it, but remember, when you are selling a TV show, you need to mention the name clearly, and I think that's it. I like that you went all over like a fashion guru for children. It's different. I love that. How the children of the corner of drag should be dressed. So that was very creative. Go over there. Remember, being organized. Drag is beautiful and it's amazing, but it's kind of organized too in some certain way. So for next time, just remember that, okay? Cynthia Fontaine, wish you the best.
Alright, so Sissy. Your challenge, on the other hand, I really, really enjoyed. I thought that you had great energy. It was perfect for a children's show. You did just a really, really nice job. I like that you kind of talked about gender and, how you can just kind of take it on and off, and it doesn't have to be the be-all, end-all of your existence. I thought that was a really, really good message, very topical for this time that we're going through right now, and this sort of period of change in the way the world looks at gender and expression and identity. So I thought it was smart of you to sort of take that on and show, you know, this is how we could do it for a children's show, and it would be great, and it would be informative, and it could help kids all over the world. So I thought that was a really, really smart idea, and I thought you did a really, really good job of it. I loved your energy, your little twirls, and your personality just really shined through. I think that you would you'd be great as a children's show host. I think that would be something that you could definitely do.
Now that we've viewed all the challenges, let's get on to the runways. For the runways, we challenged our girls to do cartoon character realness. Let's start with Paris LaRue. If I call your name, please step forward. Paris LaRue. Congratulations, Paris, you scored high this week. You may now leave the runway. Lusitania Wet, please step forward. Lusitania, you have scored safe this week. You may now leave the runway. That leaves Delilah Wild, Greta Gore, Sissy Camille, and Amara Morningstar. Two of you will be the top two who will lip sync to pick who is, from the bottom two will go home. This is a lip sync for your legacy type of competition. Amara, I'm sorry, but your Naruto character was not up to par. Sissy, you may have cosplayed a Powerpuff Girl, but there was no power in that runway. You two are the bottom two this week. Please leave the runway. Ladies, now that I've announced your placement as the top 2, you have a very hard decision ahead of you. One of the bottom 2 will be sent home by you tonight. Let's get on with the lip sync.
I'm your basic average girl, and I'm here to save the world. You can't stop me 'cause I'm impossible.
Flex, stop playing with me.
Wow, ladies, that was a lip sync for your life that will not be forgotten. I hate to inform everybody that Adela, Holly, Madam Hex, and Klepta have decided to leave the competition. With that being said, there still will be a winner tonight, but there will be no elimination. Next week, there will be an elimination no matter what. The winner of this week's challenge is Delilah Wild. Congratulations, your lip sync pushed it over the top. It was a very close call before the lip syncs, but your lip sync was amazing. Thank you, Cynthia, and thank you, Pacifica, for volunteering your time. Thank you, Fancy, for being a permanent judge. Thank you to our viewers, and thank you to all our contestants for putting work into this competition. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for episode 4. Bye!